Okay everyone, thanks for checking out another sweet knife. We are looking at the Benchmade 940. This is an amazing knife. It's actually an Osborne design S30V. This is your blue class knife. As you can see, it comes in a nice blue box. It says 940 Osborne access. And I would classify this knife as a high quality everyday carry folder, and it's just an amazingly smooth knife, and it comes in green. That's kind of the standard color that it comes in, is green. And it also, like I said earlier, it comes in this box. It's a nice, really nice box that it comes in, and then it, when you open it, has all the paperwork and stuff like that in there, and it actually comes in like a little kind of like a little, reminds me of like those Oakley bags. They're just like a soft, like a cleaner kind of bag that you can use to clean the knife or store it in the knife. I don't know what I do with mine, don't have it at the moment. What else can I tell you here? This knife has kind of an interesting feature. I'll try to show it. You notice this purple piece right here? This is the back spacer, and it's made out of titanium, and it's kind of a unique, see if I can get the insides, probably can't, kind of a unique piece to have on a knife like this. It makes it a little bit lighter, the whole knife a little bit lighter, and it's anodized purple, so it's kind of a neat, kind of just a neat feature in that green. I kind of like that. One other thing I can tell you right now, this is the clip. It is actually a pretty good clip. It provides a lot of tension, so it's a pretty decent clip. The only thing that I've noticed, I've had quite a few Benchmades, and the one thing you can actually see it starting to happen. You notice that little chip on the bottom? These type of clips get chips really easily, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's the type of paint job. There's a couple more on the top starting to form. I really haven't carried this knife a lot, but these will chip over time. That's just one thing to keep, just to kind of keep an eye on. You can reverse the clip. You could put it right there if you wanted. That's the only other place to put it is right on this side. One other thing here, the liners. It does have liners on the inside. It's kind of hard to see them, but they are there, and they are made out of 410 stainless steel. They're hard to see, but they're there. Total blade length here, it's just a little under 3.5 inches, the blade, and the knife total is just under 3 ounces. So it's an extremely lightweight knife. That's one thing I really like about it. Total length, you're looking at about 8 inches from here to here. And the way that the knife opens is with the access lock. That's one of probably the nicest features about this knife is the access lock. And there's really 3 ways to open this knife. Well, I guess there's actually 4 ways you can open this knife. The one way is you put your hand right here and you just open it like that. That's the first way that you can open it. The second way is you actually use the thumb stud. That works pretty good. And the third way that you can open this knife is with a flick of the wrist, just like that. And the fourth way to open this knife is, I'm trying to think what the fourth way is. I don't know what the fourth way is, but there's usually 3 ways to open it. The best way that I like opening it is you just push this down, the access lock down, and you just flick your wrist like that. And that's the same way you can close it, just like that. If you open it like that, you can close it like that. It's pretty slick way to open. That's another reason why I really like this knife. It's super easy to open and it's super easy to close. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get the hang of that, it'll work well. Sometimes when you get these, this takes a little bit of wearing in. So after about 500 times opening it and closing it, that'll loosen up, and then it opens and closes really easy. It's really smooth. It's just a smooth knife. You'll notice that right away. It's easily as fast as an auto knife opening. I mean, you can't open you can't open and close an auto knife that quick, so it works really well that way. One thing it is lacking is the jimping on the top. There is no jimping on the blade, and there's some jimping right here and some on the bottom, but I wouldn't even really call that thumb grooves or jimping. So that's one thing that's lacking, but not a big deal, but it is lacking. Blade material here, S30V. It's one of their highest quality steels, and I love it. I love the blade material here. It stays sharp for a long time. That's kind of the number one reason why I like it. You don't have to worry about it dulling very quickly. The blade style is a modified reverse tanto profile. So it's just a really solid point. That point will not break real easily. It's just it's thick right there. It's really thick, so it can't really you can't really break it real easily. They say that the Rockwell on this is right around 60. So if you're into the Rockwell hardness scale, it's right around 60. And the finish on here is a satin finish, and it's almost like a stone wash. You can see light, kind of like the light stone wash satin finish. It's a really nice finish. And the blade profile is it's like a hollow grind. It's hard to tell, but it's like a hollow grind profile, but it goes up quite a bit up the blade. I like that. Cuts well, cuts really well. There's no coating on this one here, but you can get it in the black coating or the BK1 coat, just different types of black coating that Benchmade offers. The handles are green anodized 6061 T6 aluminum handles, so they're made out of aluminum, really solid, smooth finish. I like the way that feels in the hand. As soon as you get this, you'll really like that. And it seems like it's balanced perfectly. It fits well in the hand, and it's balanced really well. And the engineering is just superb. It's just big enough to do everything that you need, but it's light, and you can hardly even tell it's there. I would think this knife would be good for hunting, camping, bringing on a fishing trip, just carrying around wherever you go. Works well. There are other variations of this knife that are out there. I've seen pretty much every color, blue, red, purple, yellow, but those are really special editions, and you're probably not going to be able to find those ever again. I've just seen them out there. They also have some other models that have a combo edge. So you can get this in combo edge with serrades, or you can get it the way it is. It also can be bought in a gold class. With the gold class, you get Damascus. They have all sorts of different scales and handles here. So the gold class, you're looking at $600 to $1,000 for the 940 style knife. This knife retails in between $150 and $200. The thing that I will tell you though is once you get this knife and you play with it a while, you'll keep playing with this knife. There's just something about it. People love it. I love it. I've actually had a few of these. This is the only one I got right now, but over the years I've had a few of these. And the original ones were actually made out of different materials. I think the first one I had, I think it was made out of 154 cm, a pretty good steel, but not as good as S30V. And now they got, you know, that's the standard blade material that it is S30V. So they're just a really nice, lightweight, great everyday carry knife. It's worth every penny. It just fits well in the hand, and it fits well in the pocket. It's got a long blade. And it works well. I'm just going to give you a comparison. This is the bone collector, just so you can see kind of in just a size comparison here how big it is compared to the bone collector. Is a pretty big beast of a knife, but just give you some idea if you have a bone collector, you know, about how big it is. And then I'll try to give you some up close, just some up close pictures here. The edges on these, this is kind of another story. Depending on when you get this and just the luck of the draw will mean how sharp this edge is out of the box. Some of these come really sharp and you don't have to do anything. Others don't come as sharp. The one I got wasn't as sharp, and I've had a few of these over the years, like I said, and it's kind of just luck of the draw. Some of them are amazingly sharp, and then others you can just tell. The one way you can tell is that grind, that final grind right there. The one I had, there was barely anything there, and I've actually resharpened it since. You can tell I've resharpened it. It's pretty sharp now, but there was hardly anything there when I originally bought it, and now it's pretty sharp. So just luck of the draw. You may not get a super sharp one. Most of them are going to be razor sharp and you'll be able to shave hair, but for some reason there's been a few lately that I've bought just in the last few years where they just haven't been that sharp. You know, they'll cut you, but they're not as sharp as you'd think for paying that kind of money. And it's just luck of the draw. So you may have to touch it up a little bit. I wouldn't let that bother you, but you may have to touch it up. Overall, a high quality knife. It'll cost you a fair amount of money. I think these are a little bit more expensive than they should be, but it's a good quality knife, and I guarantee you if you buy this Benchmade knife you will be extremely happy with it, and you will probably carry it every single day of your life. It's that good of a knife. So thanks a lot for checking out the Benchmade 940 Osborne access lock. And I hope you like this video, and love to hear your feedback on this knife if it's worked well for you guys. I think this ranks right up there with some of the best knives you can carry.